is up, guys? OliveGrummer here, and I am about to react to the Avengers Infinity War trailer #1. I don't know what I was saying there. I don't have the S'mores cast with me, so I'm very upset. But I got in contact with Squid, and I've got notes and notes on stuff that happens in this trailer. So let's go ahead and watch it, react to it, and discuss it at the end of the trailer. Go ahead, follow, add the social media here, subscribe to the main channel right here, and I get live streaming again in 6 days, so tune in for that. I'm so excited. I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and jump into this now. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. Now.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Oh, wow.
To see if we could become something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Dude, Earth is about to take an L. Like, they're about to just get the L. I have chills.
You will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
Whoa.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city.
That's the Iron Suit.
And we get this man a shield.
Black Panther. Dude, Iron Hulk. Doctor Strange. I didn't know he was in the trailer.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe.
That's Vision.
But this does put a smile on my face.
That's the Wakanda Warriors. That is awesome. That was. Oh, we're here to save the world, the universe. This was awesome, man. Oh my goodness. I'm giving that a thumbs up for sure. God, that was such a good trailer. The cinematic, the music, everything in it was awesome. So now what I'm about to do is, excuse me, I'm about to review some of the notes and the things that we need to discuss. First of all, we need to know what happened in Black Panther. Obviously, it hasn't come out yet. But we have Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, is awake in the trailer. So we need to know what happened, because obviously in the end of Civil War, he went into the cryogenic sleep, or whatever it's called. Spider-Man has the Iron Suit, Spider-Man suit. I almost said Superman suit. Wow. So we Squid and I established that either in Black Panther, he gets it, probably like at the end of the movie, how they always do those little bonus scenes at the end of the credits. So either in Black Panther he gets it, Tony Stark gives it to him. Between movies he ends up getting it, or at the beginning of this movie he ends up getting the suit. So we want to know when he gets the Iron Spider-Man suit. Some other things that we need to note is for those who are kind of new to this genre and just like them, or if you know some of the comic books, we know that Thanos is going to each of the locations of the stones/gems. It just depends on what you want to call them. He has the gauntlet on. Put stones in. Oh, okay, yeah. So we see that he has two stones in the gauntlet in the trailer. Roughly, let's see if I can find it here. Pause that. That's loud. So we've got it like kind of halfway in between the trailer. There's a bunch of dead people, and then right around, I probably just skipped it. I know I just skipped it. I know I skipped it trying to find it again, but oh well. If it pops up, it pops up. Basically, what we have, we need to know about Thanos is he is stupid strong. Like, super strong. There we go. That's one of the scenes right there where he's putting these stones in the gem, and right here you can see he has 2 gems already. The stones in the gauntlet. So without the gauntlet, he has Hulk strength. He has beaten Hulk in fights, and he's absolutely crazy. And he's a tactical genius, so he's very, very, very smart. He has the deviant gene, and he augmented himself to make himself stronger and killed the other Titans. This was, I think Royce said he may have been confusing himself, but we are almost 100% positive that is correct. And then with the Infinity Gauntlet, he is one of the most powerful people in the Marvel Universe. So this is why this movie is very, very interesting, and see how the Avengers will hold him off, because he's one of the most powerful. Not the most powerful, but one of the most powerful. So we established before I watched the trailer and before we did any like looking up, Squid was like, hey, the Black Order may be in this movie, which includes Thanos. And the Black Order is consisted of Proxima Midnight, Black Dwarf, who is the brother of Corvus Glaive, who is the husband of Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, Supergiant, who has like telepathic power, and then what was I going to say? Oh, so Corvus Glaive is pretty interesting because he's Thanos' favorite general, and with his pick, like his weapon, he's immortal. But later on, how he ends up, I guess it's a comic book spoiler. I'm not going to say anything, but what happens to him is pretty interesting. And Proxima Midnight's Corvus' wife, so that's pretty cool. But then we looked it up and we were like, hey, let's double check, and we actually see that Corvus, Proxima, and Ebony will be in the movie. And then there's a new character called Cull Obsidian, and these 4 people are depicted as the children of Thanos. So that's going to be very, very awesome to see what role they play in the movie and how similar it is to the comics, which, I mean, they've done really well. So Squid also says that when the spear is being held to the person's forehead, that's Vision. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Just a couple more things to wrap up, just kind of like, I guess, the Easter eggs, or what you guys may not have known or known. So at the end of Ragnarok, Loki is with Thor, and this is kind of a question we got to ask ourselves. How did they get separate? Because it looks like they're not together in the trailer. Because it seems like they're apart. Obviously, Thor is with the Guardians, and Loki's kind of by himself somewhere. And then it seems like Loki has a Tesseract in his hand as well. So let's see here. And then couple other things to kind of recap and discuss this trailer, because a lot went into it. You have such a huge cinematic universe, you got to know most of the details going in, and kind of things we want to ask ourselves, things we want to ask ourselves before going into the movie to see if they get answered. At the very end of the trailer, we see that the Guardians are introduced. Thor's like, hey, who the heck are you guys? And then they're just like, yo, I mean, how do you not know who we are? Come on. But it's very important to see, because we've got Thanos, who is like their main villain, which is funny because the Avengers, or not the Avengers, but the Guardians are kind of just mix and match superheroes that end up being more super than what they are. If that makes any sense, the way I said it. But so it's basically Thanos is related to Glenova. Thanos is also their number one villain. Drax was made to kill, or no, sorry. Glenova Glenora, sorry, I don't know what I said. Glenora is Thanos' adopted daughter. I can't read my own handwriting, guys. So that's important to see how they're related. Drax was made to kill Thanos in the comics, so that's something that was introduced as well. In the first movie, had to do a lot with Thanos, so it's very important that they show up in the movie. Now, our prediction on whether the Guardians or not, kind of like whether the role they played kind of varied. I say they're going to get introduced at the end of the movie because obviously it's going to be, okay, Earth takes the huge L and then the Guardians show up and then part 2. That's my prediction. Squid says that they're going to play a role throughout the movie, a huge role throughout the movie. So that's kind of our prediction on where they play and how this part 1 will go. Now, some questions we need to ask ourselves are, how are the dynamics going to work? So we've got Bruce Banner and Black Widow, Tony Stark and Captain America. So that's going to be interesting to see, like, from the previous movies or from the previous time we've seen them, especially after Civil War, how are they going to act when they see each other and stuff like that? Because obviously in the trailer, everyone's like on their last string. There's dead bodies. This is an all-out war. We have the Wakanda Warriors, which is dope to see them behind the Avengers. And this is gonna be a good movie. Like, I'm so excited. Another two things we need to see we need to ask ourselves are, will War Machine be in the movie? So we've got part 1 or part 2. Will he show up in either part? Will Captain Marvel or Adam Warlock be introduced or make an appearance in the movie? Because obviously Adam Warlock's very, very, very powerful. Now, we saw with Black Panther, introduced in Civil War, makes an appearance, and then has their own movie. And Squid was like, hey, maybe the same thing will happen in this, where they will be introduced and then get their own movie. So that would be very interesting to see. And then finally, our last kind of question to ask ourselves, who will die in this movie? Who will die in the next part? And a prediction we had was Vision will die in this movie. We don't know why. He didn't tell me why. He just said, I have a prediction that Vision will die. So let me know what you guys think. If you know any of the answers to the questions we have to ask ourselves going into this movie, tell us in the comments below. Tune in in a few weeks, week and a half, and we'll start getting that podcast live streams going again. So excited to start that up. Don't forget to Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I can't I should have taken this display capture off, but I can't point here. But don't forget to add the social media. Check the links in the description below for PayPal, Patreon, Streamlabs, any way you can donate. Help us get back together as soon as possible again. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.